Hello everyone, it's Tuesday again and time for our GIM. Let's talk about the topic we're most interested in, iBommie, and what's going on with their love life. Are you all ready? So, today's topic is called iBommie, Love Map. Many people wonder, have you ever thought about it? Is happiness really something that's guaranteed? A lot of people wonder, why is it that we see so many friends around us who can be so happy together, holding hands and growing old side by side? Yet there are also many friends who, from the very beginning of their relationship, are always arguing. Even after they get married, they refuse to give in to each other. You point out my flaws, and I can't stand your shortcomings either. It's like we're always finding fault with each other. It's not about hurting each other. It's about loving each other, right? But then when they argue, sometimes they wonder, should we have a baby to make our relationship better? So they have a baby, but their relationship doesn't actually improve. Because in so many little details of daily life, both of them just can't get used to each other. I think I should educate the child this way, but then I feel like, no, maybe I should praise them more. If they do something wrong, should I blame them or even punish them physically? There are just so many things, whether it's about taking care of the child or about our relationship with each other, that we really don't understand about one another. After all, we each come from our own families, and one of us is a man, the other is a woman, so we each have our own different personalities. So, how can we really get along well with each other? Today, we've come to this very important segment. How, in terms of relationships, we can use our iBommie, our personal energy companion, to find out who is the Mr. White and Miss White in each other's lives, okay? Alright then, let's take a look. Yes, in the map of love, we need to separate it into parts. In the first part, I'll tell everyone how to understand each other, and then you'll be able to find true love. Also, one of the most important aspects of life is enjoying the process of loving each other, and through that, passing it on to the next generation. You will all be able to feel this love and harmony, so you'll notice a very special issue. If a generation often doesn't know how to get along or can't find the right way, like in cases of divorce, a large part of the impact, aside from the psychological effects on the next generation, is that the next generation will also feel less of a sense of being loved, right? They feel like something is missing. So that's why we say, love is both an art and an important subject to study. In the past, we relied on introductions from our parents or friends, right? But in more recent times, we pursue romantic relationships on our own, getting to know each other freely. And even now, in this generation, how exactly do we go about meeting new people? Perhaps it's through online platforms like chat rooms and such that we get to know friends of the opposite sex, right? Wow, we would definitely say that the risks involved are quite high, especially since we don't really know the other person at all. All right, so in this brand new era we are living in, we have the power of AI, which is artificial intelligence. With the rapid rise of AI technology, through our very own unique AI metrics and comprehensive big data analysis, we can help everyone find out exactly which iBommie category their other half belongs to. Isn't that absolutely right? Within these iMatrix, we can further analyze a person's personality, their unique traits, their strengths, and some of their weaknesses. This way, we can all get to know each other a bit earlier. As we often say, if we know things a little sooner, we won't have so many regrets later on, or only end up with results we didn't want. So, we're here to help everyone learn about and understand the 9 iBommie love styles. For each one, we need to know how they express their love, whether they need to seek a sense of security, and how they communicate and make commitments. How do they express these things? It turns out that each way of expressing love is different. Also, we need to look at the blind spots in each relationship. What are they longing for deep down inside? What do they truly want? Under what circumstances do they feel hurt, and how does that happen? What makes them feel helpless or disconnected? We'll also guide you on how to handle these situations, how your partner or significant other expresses themselves verbally, and how they show their intentions. By strengthening our mutual trust in this way, we can greatly reduce misunderstandings. Alright, so everyone, have you had a chance to try out our completely free online test on the mobile app yet? If not, right now is the perfect time, as you can simply use the QR code you see right here on the screen to very quickly take a free assessment. You should know that our unique iMatrix system is fully powered by advanced AI big data technology. So you can expect to receive a very detailed and scientific analysis through it. It helps everyone discover their own personality. We call it meeting yourself, and then reignite each of our unique strengths and talents. We hope that this can help you in your relationships, in your daily interactions with others, in your children's growth, among family members as adults, or even in your career, so that everything can go more and more smoothly. All right? All right, so now the main character is about to appear. As we can see, it's iBommie. We have 9 personal energy companion, and the first one to appear is Yaya. Yaya is truly very unique because he is a natural-born leader. First, we really need to understand some of his specific personality traits so that you can gain a much deeper understanding of his emotional needs in love. He is a morning yellow. That color is just like the very first ray of warm sunlight we see at the break of dawn, which is always so full of hope and new beginnings. What kind of specific feeling does he give to the people around his? Yes, it is something quite special. He is very energetic, full of ideas, and has a great imagination. Many times we say, "Oh, I see that guy, he's so sunny." Well, it's very likely that he is a morning yellow, an energetic little sunshine. When I see his, wow, he's full of energy, as if he has endless ideas and he's really creative. Often, among a group of people or friends, he easily stands out. Why is that? Because he's a leader among people, right? So a lot of the time, he's what we call a trailblazer. Whether it's in a team, in the family, or among friends, he easily becomes what we call the key figure or the center of attention, right? All right. But he's not overconfident. No matter what it is, he always feels that he herself, no problem. I can definitely handle it. There's nothing I can't figure out, nothing I can't do, okay? Because he is always full of confidence at all times. All right, now let's take a look at how he behaves when it comes to love at 21-20. What kind of things will he show? All right, so let's see. He carries a kind of golden color, like the glow of dawn, a kind of radiant energy, you could say. We say he has a brightness with a touch of golden strength, which symbolizes self-direction, creativity, and inner radiance. Remember, he is actually very deep and introspective. Yaya is very reserved and doesn't easily express his inner world, so often his outward appearance gives you the impression that he's quite cool, right? He seems a bit indifferent and doesn't talk much, but his gaze is very sharp, he has a strong personality, and he has his own independent thoughts. Do you understand? So when it comes to love, especially for Yaya, he really hopes to feel appreciated and recognized by others, to have those kinds of feelings. You don't need to blindly follow his. As long as you are sincere and if you have any questions, there's no need to beat around the bush with Yaya. Just tell his directly that you want to be his other half. Be honest and straightforward with his. Just talk to Yaya sincerely, okay? As long as he can settle down a bit, because Yaya is someone who is an honest and sincere bundle of energy. All right, we don't need to go around in circles too much. Guessing what I'm thinking all day or asking you to guess what I want, those are the things I dislike the most. Just tell them directly and things become much simpler. It's also much clearer and more straightforward, very open and candid. Okay, so remember this. A lot of the time, once he has made up his mind about something, especially when it comes to relationships, once Yaya has decided on something or someone, he starts to show a kind of inexplicable stubbornness. We're talking about how he has his own unique way of thinking about things, right? So, is it easy for his to change? Not really, right? Because he, as we say, has one path, one way of thinking, one heart. So Yaya tends to be more persistent in his own ideas. We call it sticking to his own opinions. So we have to remember this is Yaya's style when it comes to how he does things and how he is as a person. From another perspective, we can actually appreciate this about his. If your other half is like Yaya, you also appreciate this kind of direct expression, okay? This kind of straightforward persistence. Sometimes when we interact with Yaya, we might end up arguing. Why? You might feel like, your personality isn't romantic at all, just says whatever comes to mind directly. Just saying things directly. What's so good about that, right? Especially for women. If you meet a man who is like that, what would happen? Oh dear, why do you have to be like this? Always saying everything so directly. Isn't that unromantic, right? That's how it is. So we have to remember if your other half is like that, if he really is like that every day, there will be a lack of what we call, sparks. You might feel that things are a bit bland, like there's nothing particularly special. But remember one thing, that's just how he expresses himself. He's attentive and meticulous. And when it comes to creativity and inspiration, he can have a lot of those moments. So give him some time, let him have his own space, don't disturb him. When he comes up with something, it can really surprise you. He can still give you that. Some little surprises. So when we're interacting with Yaya, let's take a look. Since he is what we call morning's vibrant and warm yellow color, his bright personality is just like that constant radiance on his, and it truly shines from deep within his.